Welcome everybody, my name is Mart. I want to talk to you about my game development journey. Let me start with some background. I have always been interested in making games. I have also always loved to play games. I think these two loves are definitely related. I have tried to make games in the past. I have used Unity and other smaller game engines, but I have always failed. There's always been something that has been too difficult to do, too difficult to understand, too hard to Google, something that has made me stop. There was another obstacle as well. I have always been afraid of making art for my games. And I guess that has really held me back because I would have thought that, because I would think that even if I would figure out the engine side of things, at some point I would have to create all these assets, and that's where I would get bogged down. Recently, however, I found a new game engine that I really like and that is very simple to use and intuitive. It's called the Godot engine, and I've been having a lot of success with it so far. I have also managed to overcome my fear of making art, and I have tried making some pixel art for my game. It actually hasn't been that bad. So I thought that to motivate myself further and to possibly create a group of like-minded people to whom I could ask questions, from whom I could get some feedback and advice, I would try to produce a series of devlogs about this game. The game is called FantasticJetMan. It has nothing to do with anything fantastic, and it does not include anything related to jets. It's actually a working title. That was the name of my GitHub repository, and that's why I'm using it while I come up with a better name. The game is a platformer, 2D, very simple. You can run, jump, and you have one unique mechanic, which is you can make blocks appear, and these blocks are actually jump pads, and that you can use them to navigate the level. Let me show you what I have so far. So this is my game. The main character, as I hope you can tell, is inspired by Indiana Jones. It's this little adventurer guy who has made his way into this cave or temple, and they have found the treasure. Now they need to get the treasure out. They can run, they can jump, and they can make these jump pads. And now, using these abilities, they need to traverse a series of levels and exit the temple. So currently, these are basically all the mechanics that I have. You can do these things, there's movement, you can die, you can respawn back at the checkpoints. These brown sticks are checkpoints. Also, they were intended to be actual spikes that were shot from the ceiling or from the walls, but I needed to find some kind of placeholder art, so this is what I used. If you run into walls, or jump into walls rather, then you bounce back. Same goes, also you can throw the treasure. Currently this doesn't do anything, but I'm thinking about maybe making levels where you have to throw the treasure at a certain time, perhaps mid-jump, to make it a bit more difficult. Maybe you need to, I don't know, hit the basket or maybe a moving platform or something like that. And also one more thing, if you shoot the platform in the air or while moving, then you slow down so that you can make like these, hopefully, what will hopefully be cool maneuvers where you need to avoid obstacles. Everything is made by me. I got a lot of inspiration from some other Godot developers who put up their source code for public viewing online, such as Securas. I also got a lot of help from John Watson on YouTube, who was making Gravity Ace. And to make my character, I got a lot of inspiration from a dungeon tile set 2 that I found on itch. It has a lot of fantastic little 16 pixels high characters that I was inspired by and I used as a reference when creating my own character. So that's it. As you can see, the camera just kind of follows the character around at this point. I spent most of my time this weekend tweaking the player movement. I put a lot of work into the player controller. Now I think I will move on to working on the camera and making some actual levels. And then once I have, let's say, 10 levels made, I will put this game up on itch and try and get some people to play it and hopefully get some feedback. And then based on that feedback, I'll know what I can do next. I hope to be able to stick with this journey and make some more devlogs in the future. I want to show what I have done so far, both in terms of the programming and the art and my process. And I hope that I can show you that making games isn't maybe as difficult as you might think. And that even if your skills are lacking in some department, you can definitely improve on your own and arrive at a point where you can be happy with what you made. For me, this has been very fun. It's been very rewarding, and especially making the player and the animations has been just very satisfying. So I'll leave you here, and hopefully we can speak again, or we can see each other again next weekend with some more updates. Best. Bye.